Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Enigmatica 6. I'm Zeofate. Today we're getting back to Astral Sorcery, and as the sun's going down, the amount of starlight this is getting is building up. I moved the luminous crafting table from the temple, which was over there, to kind of right above the base. And the reason I did that is because, well, I didn't want it kicking around all over the place. So we get our supplies in there, like so. And you see this blue shadow here, which I don't know how good it's going to come across on YouTube, but that's the amount of starlight it needs to craft. And as you can see, we're slowly getting there as it gets darker. And every night, because I don't sleep, you can waste my time, more of my time. Well, at least it's better than the first time when there was like 3 of them. Come on, I want to get this done, so thank you. Now we're above that level, and it actually now shows us a crafting recipe here. We just right click and back off because it's loud. And there we go. Now, when looking through this quest, well, we also need nocturnal powder. Now, I went ahead and grabbed that. It's just some blue dye, black dye, 2 pieces of coal, and 1 piece of the illumination powder, but it requires a bit more starlight. So I guess we're not doing that right away. But for this, we need that's there. Those are there. And that's even going to need more starlight. Oh. Bupkis. That doesn't help in the slightest. So I need to figure out how to get more starlight. Well, the only thing... Oh, here we go again. Oh, hi. 3 of them. Where was number 3? Probably behind me somewhere. Yep. Yeah, I think it's time to go inside and probably get some rest. Ow. Because them guys, well, they don't play fair. Well, that did not work the way I wanted it to. So, one of the things we need is, well, more starlight. Well, to get that, we need a Fostic resonator. That'll help us identify areas that have more starlight. For that, I need a bucket of liquid starlight, which we get from a light well, which requires a bit of different quartz. So I need 3 rune marble, which put that stuff off to the side because I'm using that. Okay. Rune marble. That gets us that. And we need 2 of the chiseled marble. And we got those on us. Let's just keep all of that on us. We'll grab one of the rock crystals from here. I actually have no idea what stats of these are good or aren't good. So I'm just going to take a wild stab and say ones are the weakest. And you know what? I think I'm going to get this set up and then I'll wait for night again. So I'll be back when it's night. And we're back in night setting once again. I've got... I decided to go and get the materials needed so I can make 2 of these, because this little section I've played with, so I actually know I'm going to need a lot of this liquid starlight. But, yeah, I don't know how much or how useful it's going to be in the long run. But 2 of them just to speed up accumulation right at the start. There we go. Now, if I'm remembering correctly, these need to be exposed to the sky, as pretty much everything in the Astral Sorcery does. And you just equip one of these each onto it, just with a right click, and there we're starting to get the liquid starlight. Now, I actually don't remember if these things will interact with pipes or anything else like this. It's something I should probably test at some point, but didn't exactly think of it when I brought everything out, so I guess I'm not going to test it. One of the things I do need is to infuse anything, I need to put liquid starlight into the world. Yeah, you heard me, it's an actual block. It acts like a water block. And I have absolutely no idea how much these things hold. I know these will break eventually and I'll have to replace them. But, yeah. I suppose I can get the next one set up, which is the Caustic Resonator, which is why I need the infused wood, which is why and 2 buckets of the stuff. But I suppose I can get everything else set up right now at the moment. Those 2 there. That's the liquid starlight and the infused wood. I got the wood here. Just a matter of when I get enough starlight. Come on. You know, I keep wondering where all that light's coming from, then I realize it's my base. Didn't quite realize how close to the surface that was. Oh. And that would be one of them breaking. And I got a bucket. Nice. So put that there, and chuck those in. And there we got the infused wood. We'll grab our bucket here. And there we go. Uh-oh. Glad I can hear them. I wonder, is that... I can't remember if that's enough starlight or not, but we'll figure it out. Nope. So don't have... because the nocturnal powder requires more, don't have enough for that either. But either way, we've got our Fostic Resonator. Now, one of the things to do... I'll leave that there for now, is when you hold this in your hand, you got to start... Well, basically you got to start wandering around. At night, too. And you're looking for... Well, you're basically looking for a dark patch on the ground. Not dark patches in shade or water, but... I'll have to find one so I can show you what it's like. Yeah. Just die. This needs to be in your hand to be able to see them. Ooh, right there. Yeah, that right there. This means that starlight particularly focuses here. So when you put the table down, you can see I now got a lot more power. Yeah. Go away. I'm trying to educate people. So, that being said, let's get these things rocking. That's going to get me the cave illuminators. And that is really loud. Oh, it makes multiples at a time. Nice. Anyways, let's pull those out. We'll get our coal in place. Now, before I go anywhere else, I'm going to put ourselves a way marker here so I know where the good astral spot is and I don't lose my table. I have to figure out a way to get around it here. Come on. Oh. The fingers don't want to cooperate with me today. There we go. As for the cave illuminators, let's get these things into place. As soon as I can get upstairs. I'm going to plop them right about dead center of my base. Yeah, they'll light up here, but that's not what I primarily want them for. But these things will light up underground, caves, everything else like this. So if you want spawn denial, this is spawn denial. That works. These will slowly propagate over time, and well, let's go inside and we'll see how well they did. Gotta remember to stop the speed before I go over edges, because that could get really hurtsome. And you can see one problem right off the bat. These little sprites here, you can build through these no issue. These little things, yeah, these are the cave illuminators getting in process. And you can see the problem. Deny spawn. Now, that being said, this nocturnal powder, because illumination powder, if you chuck it on the ground, it's basically going to act like a torch. Again, you can walk through it, build through it. No issue, of course, with this one, if you build on it, it's going to disappear. Nocturnal powder, on the other hand, well, it creates really dark and summons a lot of nasties. Like, I don't know what those things are, and I don't want to really encounter them. So let's let this thing finish dealing with those. Yeah, don't hit this stuff on the ground. Let's go put that stuff safely away so we don't use it. And I don't need any more of the illumination powder. Okay. Now, one thing we did last session, and I completely forgot, because, again, there's different chapters, and the way you do it is you've got to zoom out and slide over to the next chapter. And into this discovery chapter, which is all the real bare bones basics, once you get the luminous crafting table, you can then start zooming out and back in for the exploration. And I think you unlock the next one at this one here. Now, I believe we got some quests completed. Well, quite a few of them. So, rock crystal. Linking tool. We got to some sooty marble. Okay. Prismatic cobweb. Okay, never heard of that stuff. That we've got. Not really a whole lot useful, but meh. More ender pearls I'm not going to argue with. Let's just hide off that materials. And linking tool is something we'll probably need later on. But first, before I forget it again, let's grab my battery pack. Let's go see how it's doing on lighting up our little build over here. Oh yeah, that's much better. I just double check with the end of the last video before how dark it was down there. Especially when you got to about here. Yeah, I put it in an elevator just to make my life easier. Now we got all these little spots that are going through and lighting everything up. And I think these things will go down to bedrock. So those 3 lights, 3 of them, are lighting up everything. And they don't even have to be in my base. And yeah, you can see my grid work for these. But I'm going to have to do more work on here and probably between episodes start building out and digging deeper. I have no idea when I'm going to stop. I just know I want it deeper. My plan is to have our various different chambers alongside the walls. Upstairs and down, all the way down, and the back wall's just decoration. I'll think of something to put out there, or hey, maybe you can drop comments and suggestions. But that's going to be our Great Hall, because, well, no Dwarven Fortress without a Great Hall. Okay, so let's see what else kind of trouble we can get into. Let's see. It's star metal ore. Oh. Oh, that's going to be tricky. The reason that's going to be tricky is because everything pops off into those ore chunks. But we need the actual ore itself to get the star metal ore. Yeah. Actually, I think I might be able to do it right now. If we grab that, let's shut off that. Get Silk Touch turned on. Let's go down to 1 by 1 and turn on precision. Let's see. Iron, iron, iron. Dang it. So how do I... Oh, just 1-to-1 crafting? Ooh, the mod pack devs were thinking. So let's go check this out a little bit and see how this works. Now, from what I'm recalling, that's not going to help us in the slightest. Oh, you got trapped. Oh, that worked well for us. I gotta stop dropping everywhere. It's gonna come back and bite me one of these days. Who am I kidding? I'm still gonna drop everywhere. Oh, you don't do that. I wonder. Is that what that linking tool is for? Oh, I guess that is how it works. Nice. Nope, that's keeps it. Keep hitting. Got a new keyboard, so I keep hitting the wrong buttons. Now you guys can turn automatically. Yes, yes, you are. Good. Might as well get all three of them going. It's good to know that this works even during the day. Okay. That gets us some of the star metal. I think we should probably work on looking glass next. Ooh. Gave us some glass lens and... Whoa, that's a mouthful. Nature's Mend. Mana Boost 3. Feather Falling 3. Okay, let's see here. What do we need for... Well, we got all these things done. You know what? While I'm up here, since I now have my reusable mob capture tool, might as well start grabbing some cows, some sheep, and things like that. And top floor, I'll start setting up a farm. For now, I'll just have to imprison them somewhere. Which, realistically, the only chamber I have set up is the one that's meant to kill everything. Not going to help me in the slightest. Oh, I'll think of something. Yeah, that could work. I think that's the about the extent of my wool. I guess there is no way to... Well, I think there's some ways to repair things, but I guess there's no way to really break these down, make them more useful to me. Which is unfortunate. Oh yeah, I was in the middle of doing something. We'll grab our walls. And you can live in here temporarily. I can still get in. Barely, but still get in. And that's a trick, just in case you don't know it, is if you put carpet on top of a wall or a fence, you can jump onto it just as easy, but those guys don't see it as a path. So it makes it so that you've got a way in or out that you don't have to worry about things escaping. And we'll just put that stuff away for now. But I think we're pretty much hitting wrapping up point for this episode. I mean, you guys got a extra long episode yesterday, so I wasn't going to cheap you guys out on time, even because I wanted to get this done. And those cave illuminators, oh, they're going to make my life a lot easier for continued construction. A lot easier. Still, this is Zeofate, signing out.